Hey, I'm Chris. I'm the Long Box Punk, and I am here with another brand new indie comic review just for you, viewer. This one is called Returned. Look at it. This cover is sick. This story is so rad. It is by Jason Strutz, written and art completely done. He's a one-man show with editors, but he does all of the things on this one. He traditionally inked pages and then did digital coloring on top of it. It is bonkers bananas how good this book is. You can read it for free at returnedcomic.com. However, if you want a print copy, if you like physical media, you can also back the Kickstarter right now through March 31st is when the campaign ends. It is already completely funded and there's stretch goals that have been unlocked. Now, this book isn't just a 22-page single issue. This is a beefy 43-page first act of 4. There are going to be 4 acts. The second one begins in April on returnedcomic.com, but if you want the first act alone, just to get a taste, a teaser of the flesh and bone in this medieval family drama horror book, then you can have that first print copy yourself by backing the Kickstarter. Now, I want to show you just some of what's going on here. I knew when I saw that just the second, the cover, A of all, this cover is freaking badass. Like giant swords and castles and all the dark and creepy, like the little lettering, the red and the roots. I was like, okay, this already is giving me really fun vibes. And then we get into this and we see the like digital sketch card. And I'm like, okay, this is like a zombie flick. I went into this knowing nothing, which almost made it better. So I'm not going to tell you a whole lot. However, you need to know some things to entice to whet your appetite, as it were. There's fire, there's zombies, there are undead beings, there is family tension, there is the battle or the struggle of fighting against the dark side of yourself, as it were. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. I enjoyed that aspect. That's what it felt like to me. There are plenty of bloody beheadings. Come on. It's so rad. The way that he made the eyes like glowing and the action lines as things are moving through the pages really popped. There's also a trick that he uses of perspective that I don't think I've ever seen before, and I freaking loved it. It pops up in part 2, so I don't want to tell you what it is because then it might give away some of the story. So just know there's some things in this book that I have never seen that I just, when I saw it and was reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, he's doing that. And it's excellent. Big fan of Returned Volume 1. We get an epic standoff of the last towns people as they're fighting the undead hordes. There's also the birth of this story came from Jason's experience as a stay-at-home dad raising his daughter. So as a dad, I'm always going to celebrate dad wins and dads who take care of their kids. And that is highlighted in this book of a dad and a mom who's going out and doing the work and then coming back home. And it's kind of the tension of her coming back home that arises later in the third part of the book. So everything comes full circle. We get a whole, like, it's way more than I ever expected from like a medieval set undead story. There is a new leader of the undead that comes in that is just trying to destroy all of humanity. And so we've got that. We've got the familial drama. We've got the tension of these undead people just killing all the humans ever and threatening to wipe out all of society. I can't say enough good things about this book. I would love to tell you more, but again, you need to discover this for yourself. So maybe you go to returncomic.com, you read it free for yourself, and then you go to the Kickstarter, which again is linked in this description, so you can easily 2-tap get there and back it. You have 9 days as of the date of this recording to back it. March 31st it ends, but Return Part 1 is definitely worth your time. This is such a fun book. Jason, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I look forward to having you on the show in September to talk about the second chapter arc of Returned coming out. Hint, hint, heavy hint. That's a teaser, folks. But yes, Returned Part 1 from Jason Strutz is just excellent. Can't say enough good things. Returnedcomic.com to read it free for yourself, or go to the Kickstarter and get a physical copy of this 43-page book because it's freaking awesome. It's a badass book. Now, that's going to be it for this review, punks. So go do what's good for you and read some indie comics. I am out of here.